Hi, I'm Tamara from mooglyblog.com, and in this video, we're going to be doing part 3 of the Brick Row Shawl. It's time to wrap up this fabulous asymmetrical shawl pattern. Be sure to check the description for parts 1 and 2, or simply search Moogly Blog Brick Row Shawl. Let's go ahead and finish up this beautiful pattern. Section 5 of the Brick Row Shawl is our last section of color. However, it starts exactly the same as section 4, which was the second half of the previous video, part 2. We join from the wrong side with a standing half double crochet, front loop only double crochet across till we get to that last stitch with another half double crochet. Then we turn, join our new color with a standing double crochet across until we have 2 double crochets then, because we're in our increase side, and then just continue on with the pattern as written. Once again, we will be ending on a repeat where we start with a chainless starting double crochet and double crochet in the first stitch and double crochet on across. In section 5, we work a total of 16 rows. So in this section, it will actually be a row 10 repeat, but like I say, it's just another row where we start with 2 stitches and then work all the way across in our main color. At the end of this section, we do want to go ahead and break both colors to begin our border. So once you've secured all your ends, it's time to add our border. And basically, rather than writing out specifically, join to this spot, work exactly like this here, I've really laid it out more as a scheme for adding your border. So you'll always know what to do when you get to that spot. And if you've changed up the pattern size, it won't mess you up. Here are the rules that I want you to follow. As you use your border, anytime you're working into a section, you're going to use the number 2 color from that section. So, for example, here I've got my pink and my blue. The blue is the color that's making those post stitches, so it's the number 1 color. The number 2 color is that stripe. I use the same scheme here in section 1 and in section 3 of our sample. So when I'm bordering these sections, I want to make sure to use the pink yarn. When I come to these sections, I would use the lighter green yarn. So whatever your colors are, your number 2 color is what you're going to have the most left over of, so that's what you want to use to add your border. If you're doing some stash busting, of course, you can come up with your own color scheme as well. We're going to be working right around the final stitch of each row or around the chain 3 if there is one. So let's say, for example, I'm working along and I come to this row right here. This row, the last stitch on this side is a double crochet right there. So when I come to that double crochet right there, I'm going to work 2 double crochets around that double crochet. As I work my way around and I come to a chain 3 on this end, I'm going to instead work 2 half double crochets around that chain 3. So we're going to be doing some of this together, but let's kind of go over all of these first here. So let's continue. When we are crocheting along the sides, we skip the single crochet rows. So we're only going to be working to the sides of the double crochet rows, either the end double crochet or the chain 3, whatever there is outermost available right there. At the 2 corners here of our last row, as we come up the side and then we need to turn and go across and then turn and go down here, we're simply going to chain 2. And as of course we work along that final row, we can simply single crochet in each stitch across. When we make our border here at the point, we want to go ahead and work 3 double crochets right into the bottom there that we worked into, sort of in that magic circle. If you can pull it back open a little bit, that's great. Otherwise, just work back into there as best you can. After you've worked all the way around, you'll join with a slip stitch. So let's go ahead and make some of these stitches together. We can start really anywhere you want. So let's start a little closer to the point because I think that one's going to be a little bit more to figure out. I'm going to join to this section, and you can join to any section you like. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up my pink. Let me get the green out of the way here so we don't cause any tangles. So I'm going to start with a standing double crochet inside of that row. We'll yarn over twice and go ahead and pick up this row right here. Now I can see that this is a double crochet. So again, I work a standing double crochet and another double crochet right in the side of that row. There we go. Then we look at the next row. The next row has a chain 3. So we're going to go just right around that chain 3, this time with 2 half double crochets. Then we go to the next row. We're back to a double crochet, so we do 2 double crochets. The varying heights of these stitches really creates an even line, simply smoothing out the little bumps along the side here. We come to a double crochet again, so we're going to want to work 2 double crochets around this stitch. Doesn't matter what color it is. We just keep going. The next row of double crochets, right here, 2 double crochets. Remember to skip over those single crochet rows. Next, we come to a chain 3. So we want to do 2 half double crochets. We'll pull through all 3 of those loops. Then we've got a double crochet, so it gets 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. And you can sort of split those up around the stitches as you like. Now we're coming down towards the end here. We've got our last 2 rows. This is a double crochet. Or I really should say our first 2 rows, shouldn't I, since we're working our way back down towards the beginning. Now remember, our very first row only had 2 stitches. So we're going to work around 1 with 2 double crochets here. And that brings us back to that point. Now, if you can work into that magic circle, that's great. If not, again, we're just working between these 2 stitches. So you can go ahead and drop 3 double crochets right there. These are the 3 double crochets at the point that are going to bring us right around this curve. Then we need to work up the other side. We've got this double crochet here. So we put 2 on that side. 1 and 2. We go to the next row. That's a double crochet. So we work 2 double crochets. 1, 2. Next we come to a row with a chain 3. So we want to make 2 half double crochets around it. 1 and 2. Move to the next row, double crochet, so it gets 2 double crochets. Again, we're just skipping right over those single crochet rows. Next is a chain 3, so it gets 2 half double crochets. And I think you're starting to see how all of this works. You can see how adding those extra 3 double crochets really rounded out that bottom point. And of course, we'll just continue to work up this side as we've been doing. When we get to this corner, you chain 2 and simply single crochet in each stitch across. Single crochet in the last one, chain 2, and then start working right back along this side using that same scheme as before. Now you've got a really nice even border, and if you'd like to add a more elaborate border, you've got a great row to work into. And that's how to finish the Brick Row Shawl. I hope you've enjoyed crocheting along with me, and I hope you'll give both Caron Simply Soft and these twist and lock hooks a try. They were both a lot of fun to work with. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.